how are we? To meet you, so yeah, my name is Sam. Actually, my mum wanted to call me Sebastian, but my dad wanted a cheaper tattoo, so punted for Sam. But really, I think my dad gave me a 3-letter name because he wanted to be able to spell it. You see, my dad was dyslexic. It was a nightmare growing up with dyslexic dad. I used to have to send all of his text messages for him. He'd pull me out of bed on a Friday night, 3 in the morning. I'd be like, Dad, I'm 7. I don't know how to spell methamphetamine either. Can't you just have coke like everyone else? I didn't actually grow up here. I grew up abroad. I grew up in Spain. When I was 10, my parents upped and they moved to Spain because both of them were alcoholics. And they... Don't laugh at that, you fuck. Terrible. Now, both of them were alcoholics and they wanted to finally stop drinking in England. So we went to Spain because apparently booze is much cheaper there. It was cool growing up in Spain. Like, school was really different. First off, no school assembly. Does everyone remember school assembly? What the fuck was that about? What, the headmaster just sits up in the middle of the morning, like, gather the children. You'll have to march out there, sit down in squares, sing while some pervert plays the piano. Half a boner. Everyone's there, but he's got the whole world in his hands. It's not the only thing Mr. Palmer wanted in his hands, I'll tell you. And then they made you pray. And obviously, alcoholic parents, I didn't pray to anyone. I used to just sort of stare at the ceiling. How'd they get a football stuck up there? I wish I went to school nowadays, right? Because with everyone with their heads bowed and their eyes closed, I'd have stole so many phones. I went to school in the 90s. What was I gonna steal? Tamagotchi. Great. Like, I need that responsibility. Got to drive my dad home from the pub later. This is bollocks. The Spanish kids were tough on me because obviously I was foreign, and at school nobody called me by my name. Everyone just called me foreigner, which wouldn't have been a problem if I was the only foreigner, right? There was like 40 in my school, at least 7 in my class. So one day I'm sat in school, I hear someone shouting from the back, "Oi, foreigner, you wait after school, I'ma fuck you up." I was like, all right. Should have seen his face when all 7 of us showed up. We kicked the shit out of that Spanish boy. You know you're in South London when you get a big laugh for aggravated assault. Give us a shout if you've been to Spain. There's a little stereotype about Spain that I want to clear up. That's the siesta, right? There's no such thing as a siesta, okay? Spanish people don't just randomly have a little sleep in the middle of the day. You know who has a little sleep in the middle of the day in Spain? You people. It's that little sleep that you have to break up your day drinking from your night drinking. That's what that is. Siesta is just a Spanish word for foreigners with no cocaine. That's all it is. So me and my partner, we've recently started trying for a baby. Well, so I'm told. Might have mentioned it once or twice. The problem I have is, see, me and my partner, we've been together for 10 years now, right? Oh, fuck off. You don't even know her. Fuck her, she could be a bitch for all you know. Would you cheer Hitler just because he was good at watercolours? Would you? The problem I have has been 10 years, right? So we're sexually advanced, okay? We've pushed on a little bit. And the sex that we have now, I'm not quite sure is appropriate to conceive a child. Like when she's face down wearing her Harley Quinn costume from a few Halloweens ago. And I'm wearing a barrister's wig with a hairbrush up my arse. Handle first, I'm not an animal. Like, how well is that kid gonna turn out, you know? Like, we've all seen good kids, cute little kids, you know, they go to BAM camp or whatever. Those kids, they're conceived missionary, eye contact. I love you, baby, I love you too. And then they go and eat an avocado, whatever the fuck good people do after sex, I don't know. Everyone remembers their class nutcase, right? Every class has one. Absolute feral kid, usually called Reese. Got any Reeses in? If there were, they ain't gonna own up to it now, are they? No, ours was called Reese, and Reese was that kid who used to chew on the end of his jumper sleeves, and you know that kid, don't you? Was it you? No, he used to chew on the end of his jumper sleeves, and all the teachers would write notes about him where he tried to hammer fist the jigsaw puzzle together. And I never figured it out because I was a child at the time. I used to see Reese's mum on the playground, and thinking back to it as an adult now, I'm pretty sure that Reese was conceived dogging. Pretty sure that's where those kids come from. But it's tough having kids. Like, you got to name a child. I feel like that's pretty difficult. You give someone a name, they got that name for life, right? And people give their toddlers cute little toddler names like Lily Rose. You meet a little 2-year-old girl, you're like, Lily Rose, that's fucking adorable. But what happens when she's like a 62-year-old cashier at Sainsbury's? And she's got that fucked up wrist brace and a 50-year smoker's cough. And she's like, you're right, love. It's good to meet you, I'm Lily Rose. But at the same time, you can't call a 2-year-old Janet. So. But nah, we've been trying, me and my missus, we've been trying. It's not really been happening, so now we need to go get tested, right? See if it's me, see if it's her. And I've been a qualified lifeguard now for over a decade. I've saved over 12 lives. Don't cheer, I did it for the money. You have no idea how pissed I'm gonna be if I find out my sperm can't swim. Livid. It's a difficult time to bring kids into the world, right? The world's a little bit fucked up at the moment. Like, technology's gone way too far. You ever notice this? Now you have a conversation, next day you're looking at your phone and you get ads pertaining to whatever the fuck you were talking about. Yes. Yes, you in particular, madam. I like to have fun with it, personally. Every time my brother leaves the room, I pick up his phone and I'm like, butt plugs, butt plugs, butt plugs. Wait for him to be scrolling through, like, why do they keep showing me this shit? So I don't know, it's a new algorithm, bruv. It knows you better than you know yourself. Anyone seen the ad for the new Apple Watch? No one earns enough to get those kind of ads, do they? None of you. Bro, getting garden hoses at Lidl, wouldn't you? Me and my girl, we were watching TV, this ad comes on, right? The Apple Watch, a new one, what it does basically, because it's reading your heart rate all the time, it can tell if you're unconscious. So if it knows you're unconscious, it automatically calls the authorities, gives them your location, and they'll come and pick you up. My girl sees it, she goes, babe, that's incredible, I'm gonna get you one for your birthday. I said, babe, we live in South London. If I'm unconscious on the street, how long do you think that watch is gonna last? She's like, well, you might go hiking somewhere. I said, where am I gonna go hiking? Battersea Park. If I pass out in Battersea Park, someone will see me. She goes, it could be at night. I said, babe, if I'm in Battersea Park at night, I ain't hiking, I'm dogging. And frankly, if I pass out while I'm dogging, I don't want to be found. That's between me, Reese's mum, and these other gentlemen. So I'm due to fly back to Spain, actually, this Saturday, which is the first day of the EasyJet strikes. Has everyone seen this? EasyJet's gone on strike, Ryanair's gone on strike, British Airways has gone down the toilet. It looks like the only place that I'm going to get to this summer is Rwanda. How's everyone feel about Rwanda? The whole Rwanda thing, we're sending immigrants. You know who I feel the most sorry for? Middle-class white kids. Because, bear with me, I've thought about it. Right? What are they supposed to do on their gap year now, eh? You know, turn up to Rwanda, Daddy, we're here. It's fucking terrible. We came to build this school and the Polish guys have already fucking done it. I'm livid, Daddy, seriously. Where the fuck are Boko Haram when you need them? Guys, I've been Sam Rix. You've been wonderful. Enjoy the rest of your night.